always said in reply. "And how is your beautiful wife?" "More beautiful than ever, Mr. Singh," Mr. Kevin would say. Putting the cigarette in his mouth, he'd open his palm and pass an orange slice over to Mr. Singh. "Thank you," Mr. Singh would say, giving Mr. Kevin his newspaper. "Freshly sliced," Mr. Kevin would answer. They'd then follow up with a short discussion about gardening or cooking or tea. Despite all he must have had on his mind, Mr. Kevin never seemed rushed. It was simply courteous and respectful conversation at an ungodly hour. Quite civilized. It took the usual 25 minutes for Mr. Singh to methodically work his way up to the 12th floor. There were only 2 suites on the top floor. Mr. Kevin's suite, 12A, was to the left, around the bend, near the end of a long corridor. The resident to the right, an older lady who lived alone, took the other paper, which he always delivered last. Mr. Singh arrived at Mr. Kevin's door, and as usual, it was halfway open. But there was no sign of Mr. Kevin. I could just leave the newspaper here, Mr. Singh thought. Then he'd miss their daily conversation. He waited for a moment. Of course, he could not knock. That would be highly improper. Humming louder, he shuffled his feet, hoping to make enough noise to announce his arrival. Still no one came. He hesitated. It was the engineer in him. He liked routine, order. He remembered the day his 11th form mathematics teacher taught the class that there was no such thing as parallel lines, that because the earth was round, any 2 parallel lines would eventually meet. Mr. Singh didn't sleep for a week. There was a noise from inside the apartment, an odd, hollow sound. That was strange. Then a door closed. Good, he thought, as he waited. But there was silence again. Maybe he should leave. Instead, he took Mr. Kevin's newspaper and dropped it onto the parquet floor just outside the door. It landed with a loud smack, which he hoped would signal his presence in the doorway. He'd never done anything like this before. There was another noise inside, distant. Were they footsteps? What should he do? He certainly could not enter. Mr. Singh waited. For the first time, he looked down at the front page of the newspaper. There was a picture of an ice hockey player raising his arms in the air and a story about the local team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. How odd that the name was misspelled, Leafs and not Leaves, and the color of the leaf on the jersey was blue. Mr. Singh had seen lovely red and yellow maple leaves, but never a blue one. At last, he heard footsteps approaching the door. Mr. Kevin came into the hallway wearing his usual bathrobe and opened the door all the way. Mr. Singh heard a soft tap as it rested on the door stopper. But where was his cigarette? His tea? Mr. Kevin was looking at his hands, rubbing his fingers. Mr. Singh noticed something red on his fingertips. He had a pleasant thought. Blood oranges. He so loved to eat them back home, and he'd recently found that they arrived in Canadian stores this time of year. Had Mr. Kevin been cutting one? Mr. Kevin raised his hands to the light. Mr. Singh could see the red liquid clearly now. It was thick and heavy, not thin, like juice from an orange. Mr. Singh's heart began to race. It was blood. Mr. Singh opened his mouth to speak, but before he could say a word, Mr. Kevin leaned closer. "I killed her, Mr. Singh," he whispered. "I killed her." Chapter 2. Officer Daniel Kennicott was running flat out. "Where do you want me to go?" he called back to his partner, Nora Baring, who was half a step behind him. "I'll cover the lobby," she said as they rushed into the Marketplace Tower. "You go up."